Hello students, today we'll be taking the last topic of differential equations, that is the linear differential equation, also denoted as LDE. Now, an equation of the type dy by dx plus py equal to q, where p and q are constants or are functions of x only, is called a linear differential equation. So now whenever we get an equation of this kind, now the next step involved is solving the linear differential equation. So let's see how we do it. So what we do is, we first, given any equation of this kind, we'll first this kind directly or whatever way, we try to identify the linear differential equation and write it in the standard form, that is dy by dx plus py equal to q. Now we have to be careful that p and q are either constants or are functions of x alone. Now once that is done, then we find the integrating factor. Now integrating factor is denoted by if and is defined as e raised by integral of p dx, where p is the coefficient of y given in this standard form. So first we write the equation in this form, then identify p, then find the integrating factor as e raised by integral of p dx. Once that is done, then we directly write the solution of the given differential equation as y into the integrating factor is equal to integral of q, which is the right hand side of the equation, q into integrating factor into dx plus a constant. Then we solve this integral to get the required solution. Now another form of linear differential equation is the equation of the form dx by dy is equal to p1x plus q1, where p1 and q1 are constants or are functions of y alone. Now if the linear differential equation is given in such a form, what we do is, we find on the same lines, we find the integrating factor, but now in this case it comes out to be e raised power of integral of p1 dy, and the solution is, now since the dependent variable is x here, the solution will come out to be x into the integrating factor, which we have just found out, is equal to integral of q1 into the integrating factor into dy plus a constant. But now we will be concentrating on more on the first kind of differential equation, which is differential equation of y in terms of x. So let's start with exercise 9.6. The first question says dy by dx plus 2y equal to sin x. Clearly it is a linear differential equation, as the coefficient of y is a constant and the right hand side is a function of x alone. Now comparing it with the standard form, we get p is equal to 2 and q is equal to sin x. Now we find the integrating factor. It comes out to be e raised to the power of integral of p dx, which is e raised by integral of 2 dx, which comes out to be e raised by 2x. Now once we have got this integrating factor, we directly write the solution as y into the integrating factor is equal to integral of q, which is sin x, into integrating factor into dx plus some constant. Okay, now let's write this as I1 and then first solve this integral. So when we start this integral, we treat we all are clear and we all know already that exponential function is always treated as a second function, and the trigonometric comparatively would be the first function while we solve it using integration by parts. And then when we solve it, we get this, but we have to repeat integration by parts twice, and so ultimately we get something like this. This part comes out to be minus 1 by 4 I, which can be taken this side, becomes 5 by 4 I1, and the rest of the terms get carried down as it is, and plus some constant k. So we get I1 comes out to be this. Substituting over there, we get y into e raised power 2x is equal to this whole term plus c1 plus k can be replaced with another constant c. And so now removing this e raised power 2x from here, we get the solution as y is equal to 2 by 5 sin x minus 1 by 5 cos x plus c, and along with that we'll have e raised power minus 2x. So we shouldn't forget to write this. See, we are cancelling this e raised power 2x only from this term, but there's also a constant term along with which we will get this e raised power minus 2x, which is the answer. Now let's take up question number 3, which is on the same lines. Again, we compare it with the standard form. We see that coefficient of y is a function of x alone, and even the right hand side is a function of x alone, and so it's a linear differential equation. Comparing, we get p is 1 upon x and q is x square. Integrating factor comes out to be e raised power log x, but e and log, they balance out each other, and so we get the solution as x. Solving, we get y into integrating factor equal to q into integrating factor dx integral, and substituting and solving, we get the required answer. Now let's take up an example. Suppose over here, instead of a plus sign, we had a minus sign. So we have to be extremely careful that we have to, the standard form of the equation is dy by dx plus p y is equal to q. So if at all there is a negative sign, it has to be taken in p, and so comparing, we get p is equal to minus 1 upon x, q is equal to log x. So when you find the integrating factor, it comes out to be e raised power minus 1 upon x dx integral. Now here you will see the importance of taking minus along with p. Suppose you skip out, the entire question changes, because here we get minus 1 upon x, which is minus log x. This, using property of log, becomes e raised power log of 1 upon x, and the answer comes out to be 1 upon x. Suppose we had skipped taking this minus sign, then the answer would have been e raised power log x, which is x, and the integrating factor would be x. So obviously the whole question would have gone wrong. So please be very, very careful while taking down p from here, because if at all there is a minus sign, it has to be taken with p. Now solving in the regular manner, we get y into integrating factor is equal to integral of q into integrating factor. Here you put log x as t, so 1 upon x dx becomes dt. So the solution becomes t squared by 2, which is log x whole squared by 2 plus a constant. Remove this x, we get the answer like this. Now let's take question number 7. It says that x log x dy by dx plus y equal to 2 upon x log x. So what we get is, again let's rearrange and solve it. We get dy by dx is equal to 1 upon x log x into y is equal to 2 upon x square. Clearly right hand side is a function of x alone, and coefficient of y is also a function of x alone, and so it is a linear differential equation. Comparing, we get p is 1 upon x log x, q is 2 upon x square. So integrating factor would be e raised power integral of 1 upon x log x. Here again you put log x as t. 1 upon x dx becomes dt. So it becomes integral of t raised power minus 1 dt, which is which becomes log t, but t is log x. So we get e raised power log of log x, and which balances out, and we get back log x. Solving, we get y into log x is equal to integral of 2 upon x squared log x dx, which can be easily solved by integration by parts twice. You apply it twice, you will be in a position to solve it to get the required answer. Now let us take up another example. Suppose you have an equation like x plus y into dx by dy equal to 1. Now apparently this doesn't seem to be a differential equation, linear differential equation, sorry. So let's do some juggling with it, and let us take this dy by dx to the other side. So when you take this part to the other side, it gets swapped and you get dy by dx. This dx by dy becomes dy by dx, and this side we are left with x plus y. Now taking this to the other side, we get dy by dx minus y equal to 1, which clearly is a linear differential equation having p as minus 1 and q as x. The integrating factor becomes e raised power integral of minus 1 dx, which is e raised power minus x, and solving we get y into e raised power minus x is equal to integral of x e raised power minus x dx, which can be easily solved by integration by parts. Now let's take up question number 15. It says that dy by dx is minus 3y cot x equal to sine 2x, and it is also given that y is 2 when x is pi by 2. It means these are the initial conditions which are given to us, and so the solution so obtained would be the particular solution. Now let us first put them in a form where it takes the standard form of the linear differential equation. So just write it as dy by dx, and this y 3 cot x can be put together into y is equal to sine 2x. Clearly it's a linear differential equation because coefficient of y is minus 3 cot x, and the right hand side is sine 2x, both of which are functions of x alone. So comparing, we get p is minus 3 cot x, q is sine 2x. So now we find the integrating factor, which comes out to be e raised power of p dx, which is minus 3 cot x dx. So integral of cot x is log sine x. This can be taken using properties of log as log into sine raised power minus 3x. E and log balance out. The integrating factor comes out to be sine raised power minus 3x, which is 1 upon sine cube x, which can also be written as cosec cube x. Now the solution is y into integrating factor is equal to q into integrating factor and integral. Now let's simplify this bit. Cosec cube x can be written as 1 upon sine cube x, and sine 2x can be written as 2 sine x cos x, and dx is as it is. 1 sine x gets cancelled, you are left with sine squared x here. 2 comes outside. If you put sine x as t, cos x dx will be dt, and so this gets reduced to 2 integral of dt over t square, which becomes 2 into integral of t raised power minus 2 into dt. Integrating, we get 2 into t raised power minus 1 upon minus 1, which gives us 2 upon t. Replacing t with sine x, we get minus 2 over sine x because of the minus sign. This minus comes here also, plus some constant, and so we get the solution as y upon sine cube x is equal to minus 2 over sine x plus a constant. Now we are given the initial conditions here, that is when y is when x is pi by 2, y is 2. So using the initial conditions in this, we get y is given to be 2, and we have sine x is pi by 2, so sine cube x would be 1. So 2 is equal to minus 2 plus c, which gives us c equal to 4. Substituting, we get the answer as y over sine cube x is equal to minus 2 over sine x plus 4, which can be easily solved as y is equal to 4 sine cube x minus 2 sine squared x. On the same lines, we can do the rest of the questions of this exercise and other similar problems. Thank you.